Well, it's been a weird day, and I actually hope it starts raining soon. Every once in a while, I think I feel a drop, and then I don't. But I hope it starts raining soon. So, weird day. What happened? Well, I came outside, like I do, in the morning. It was like 5:45, 6 a.m. And, okay, everyone is here now. So just before I start the story, everyone's here. Shadowfax is in the pen. Arwen is there. The birds are there. Rabbits were always fine. There's some birds behind the rabbits. Everyone's fine. Everyone's fine. Okay. Everyone's fine. But I came out, and Arwen was over here with a couple of cats. But I couldn't see anyone else. There were no birds. And usually, the sun is up at 6 a.m. this time of year. The birds are normally wandering around the yard with the dogs. But there were no dogs. There were no birds. And Arwen was here, just hanging out. But Shadowfax wasn't here either. So I'm like, what the heck? I come running over to the pen, and I'm like, oh no, where is everybody? Now, to be fair, and I point this out every time someone's like, well, that pen's not big enough for him. He's not stuck in this pen, okay? This is a whole big gap in the fence. So, and there's also another gap on the other side of that barn. So, he is not locked in the fence. Okay, he can roam whenever he likes. This is his dry lot that we do lock off, so we do close the gaps when we can't have him eating the new spring grasses because he'll get founder. But we have that open on purpose. Okay, he's not locked in. But I come out here and nobody's here. The babies were here, okay, because they're in a coop. And Arwen was standing over there munching weeds or whatever she was eating. I don't even know. But nobody else was here. And I was like, oh my God. So I run over here thinking maybe Shadowfax is in the barn, right? Maybe everyone's in the barn. So I come in here. Excuse me, ladies. Gentle ladies. So I come over here and I'm like, oh no. Oh no. And yes, Shadowfax is right here. He's muddy because he was rolling in the mud over in... There's a bunch of mud over in those trees, like past where the trees are. He rolls between them and he gets disgusting. Whatever. So I come running in here, going, oh no. Where is everybody? And I check in here, and there's nobody. And I am starting to freak, right? I'm starting to freak out. But I turn around, and I start walking to go back out the gate. But I turn around just enough to look down that path. So behind this shed, there's this path that leads down that side of the property. And I look and I see the ducks. So I'm just going to grab any eggs that are in here right now and check on if that lady's still broody. There is one egg. Hi, Saruman. And there is still a broody chicken. Okay. So, I see the ducks. And they're just sitting in the grass. But from here, all I can see is where that clover is beside the shed. And the ducks are sitting there. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go over there. Maybe the birds are over there. Maybe the dogs are over there. Who's over there? So I run back over here. I was moving faster. I'm not going to run right now. Hi, Blue. You're a beautiful, beautiful turkey. So, I go back this way. I come out, and the ducks are laying in this clover. It's actually starting to drizzle a little bit. Oh, that would be nice. Great. That'd be great if it would rain. We need some rain. Oh, yeah, it's going to rain. Yay. Anyway, I come over here, and I see them over in the leaf piles here. We'll go closer to the leaf piles. So the ducks were hanging out in the clovers. Okay, the ducks were hanging out here in the clovers. Everybody else, so the birds were here behind the shed. And nobody was even crowing, which was bothering me. And over here in the leaves, we had Shadowfax. You can still see the outline of where he smushed the plants where he was laying. Over here. Right there's where he was laying. You can see the plants are smushed. Shadowfax was laying there, and the two dogs were laying right here. So, everyone was fine. But, talk about the panic. The panic. I was really, really worried that something had happened to everyone. Okay? I was worried. Of course I was worried. But it was okay. It was fine. Everyone was there. I'm like, okay, can we just not do that at 6 o'clock in the morning, please? Can we just not hide in the trees? To be fair, no, it's not raining anymore. That was depressing. But to be fair, the sun was already out like crazy. Okay? The sun was already out. And it was already getting kind of humid. So I think they were just in the shady parts just to get out of the sun. And I mean, they hadn't been fed yet, and so they were just all hanging out over there. So, fine. Whatever. Very annoying. But fine. Also, apparently, we left. Okay, so some of these babies already went home. Okay, you're going to notice there's a few less babies than there were. Okay, some of them went home. So, we're all here having snacks, eating stuff, doing our thing. Hello, my babies. But apparently we left the doors open. Hello, my babies. Hello. Hello, my babies. Hey. They're beautiful, beautiful rabbits. Look at that. Look at how gorgeous these rabbits are. These are beautiful bunnies. So 3 went home. 4. However many went home, went home. Another one's going home tomorrow. So we're keeping a couple, but everyone else is going home. This pen is back. We brought this pen back. And we put the girls back in here. They're not going to have babies, I don't think. I think they're done. So we put Silverado in with them. So they'll have one more group. Deli's not interested in breeding. That's why she's back there right now, away from Silverado. She's not cycling right now, I don't think. That's fine. They have a couple of days each month where they're not cycling, so I think this is just one of her days. But he'll get them both eventually. But yeah, that's what's going on. Everyone here's fine. Okay? Everyone here was fine. They were in the trees. And I was very frightened. I thought something had happened to everybody. I'm like, what are the chances that something happened to everybody with 2 Great Pyrenees out there with everyone? No, it wasn't going to happen. But it could have. So I was quite worried. But then I didn't have to be. So we were fine. I was just a little bit panicky. So that was my entire morning. We have cats. Yeah, we have beautiful cats. There's also, so all 4 girls are here. So we have Wildfire, we have Gwen. Well, I'm hoping Gwen has more kittens this year, but I don't think she will, but she might. She had kittens really early this year. I'd really like another litter so I can keep another cat. And then we have Bowser. And back there we have Jake. Right? Way at the back we have Jake. Right there. Bowser's right here. And then we have Gwen. And Wildfire just moved. Wildfire. So all our ladies are hanging out here because this is snack zone. So, you know, snack time. If the rain would start again, that would be excellent. No? Okay. No rain for us. Anyway, they're all doing well. Everyone is located. Everyone is fine. I'm going to get Rowan to shoo those babies back into their thing because he didn't lock them up. I think that's funny. But everyone is good so far. And we've decided that we're keeping Smeagol's babies. The reason we're keeping Smeagol's babies is Smeagol is a beautiful rabbit, and none of her babies are related to any of our other babies. The only ones who'll be related, they'll be related to are Smeagol, because we don't have the dad. So they will only be related to Smeagol, which means we can cross the boys with the children of our other boys, with the daughters of our other boys, so we don't end up crossbreeding them, right? So we don't end up inbreeding. And we can use the girls to cross with the boys that are related to our females, and then we will not have to worry about inbreeding. So we're keeping that litter entirely, all 4. Boys or girls, doesn't matter. We're keeping, even though I said I wasn't going to keep any more boys, didn't I? I don't care. When do I ever follow my own rules? I do not. So we're not keeping we're keeping a couple. Okay. We're keeping a couple from this group, and this is a couple of groups, honestly. We're keeping a couple from this group, and we're keeping all 4 from Smeagol's group. Shush. 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 I know. I keep saying we're not keeping it, but we are. But we're not, but we are. But we're not. However, we are. So we're definitely adding 6 or maybe 7, because there's one I'm debating. I don't know. 6 or 7 of the rabbits we have right now to our fluffle. And then we are hoping to have 3 more litters of Rexes. There's chickens back there. But we are hoping to have 3 more litters of Rexes this year. 2 more litters, maybe. We'll see. I don't know. I'll have to see. I'm really liking these rabbits. They're really gorgeous animals. They're so beautiful. I love these bunnies. Anyway, so we're not keeping them, but we are keeping them. I know. I keep saying we're not, and then I'm like, oh, maybe we are. But we're not, but we are. But we're not. But we're going to. Anyway, never mind that. Everybody's safe. Everybody's fine. Everyone's accounted for. I am happy about that. And we're keeping way too many rabbits, and I don't care. Whatever. They're my rabbits. I can keep them if I want to keep them. So, that's what we're doing. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Anyway, I have to go inside because it's Tuesday, and there's an online D&D group that my son's dragged me into. I haven't played D&D in a couple of years. I did last year, I guess. So I'm going to join them. I used to play D&D every week, and then I haven't, I guess, in about a year. So I'm going to join them because they need another player, and my character's going to be absolutely bonkers because that's what they need. I'm like, tell me what you need, and that's what I'll play. So they've told me what they need, and that's what I'm going to play because I can. Anyway, I got to go because that's what's happening in the next couple of minutes inside. So we'll see you tomorrow.